as a guitarist, I think this is my input, and we're going through to my output.
Right.
But what you're telling me off camera before we hit record, don't give away the magic, is that this Eurorack style patch bay, stereo ins, stereo outs, I'm running cables into all those inputs, but now I'm able to use these little Eurorack's patch cables to create any sort of pedal order I would like.
Whenever you want, and patch on demand, pedals on patch, and that way you can go ahead and if it needs to be reverb at the end of the chain and then chorus, you can go ahead and swap that literally right up top here on the patchulator. And you have two different options of chains that way too, and you can select between them with this switch here and have an entire route on each side.
So, right, you were saying that if I switch this to the left, I have one bay here, isolated from this side.
Exactly, yeah.
I switch it all the way to the right, I have this own isolated thing.
Yep.
Or in the middle.
In the middle, what we'll do is actually have direct out, which is really helpful then for, honestly, I use it all the time just to tune the guitar.
The first thought is like, okay, if I'm in a studio and I got a ton of pedals and we're doing a session, I just want to patch things in, everything's already plugged, ready to go, I can change my order immediately. But sort of as a weird thought, it's like, as a YouTuber, idiot, right? I'm going, I hate having to remake my board for every single time I have to demo something. Essentially, I can patch stuff in or create new orders of pedals anytime I want.
Anytime you want, and then that way, if you're like me and you have a ton of pedals, or if you want to go ahead and max this out with 10 different options of signals, then you're going to have 10 pedals probably on your board, and there's never a right order for any of that, especially with fuzzes and things like buffers before and after, and that way, for me, people like me, I can go ahead and throw that buffer before or after a fuzz, for instance, whenever I want. Before or after a phaser, for instance, and then I get completely different sounds out of my hands in the guitar, and I love it.
All right, well, cool. You guys are from where? You said Virginia or something?
From Virginia, we're right near Richmond, but we're at Ashland. Yep, Ashland, Virginia.
And are these things, where do you make this? Is this made in-house, or is it a combo? Or?
This is made in-house, and so it's my hands making it. We we work with actually Alexander and Matthew Effects. They help produce some of the enclosures and do the printing and stuff like that, or some of our panels. So pretty much North Carolina, Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain handmade in that sense.